Oh, welcome back. If you're new to me here, please say hi, comment below because I'd love to meet you. If we're old friends, interact, make yourself at home. I'm so glad you're here. So, today I want to talk about the kinds of questions people have when it comes to coaching, when it comes to specifically working with me. So, I'm a love and marriage coach for women. So, what that means is primarily I work with married women, but I also work with women who are in long term committed relationships who are just like, this is my person. Doesn't really matter to me if it's legal. Okay. If you want this person to be your forever husband, man, this is a place. I'm the right woman for you. Um, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect your results to be, what the process is like, and what kind of containers, which means like which sort of situation or process I offer. Okay, so starting with the results you can expect. When women go through my programs, they gain peace, confidence, and a sense of personal power. Like, hey, I'm up to this. I know how to handle my life. I know how to experience my emotions. I know how to interact with my husband. It's like you have the manual on marriage now. I feel like we're thrown into this really critical stage of life, and we are really just doing it on a hope and a prayer. We have very few models. So, in the past, and people who have successful relationships today often come from successful relationships or communities and cultures that have a lot of successful relationships. They have much higher chances. But here in Canada, in the United States, in Western Europe, there's a breakdown of the nuclear family. So what that means is, about 50% of marriages end in divorce, and the ones that don't end in divorce aren't necessarily happy. So you don't have examples to look at and model yourself on of truly thriving marriages, what I call the real life love story. So marriages that have gone through the ups and downs, they've had their kids, they've moved, they've had different stages, different careers, and they were able to use all those challenges as material to build a stronger union, to build a more passionate and loving relationship. So you will become confident in your ability to create that. It takes your whole lifetime to create a real life love story. But my clients usually see a turning point around 3 to 4 weeks where the crisis is gone, the tension and anxiety they were feeling is gone, and they're like, wow, this is wonderful. He's looking at me, he's flirting with me, he's helping around the house more. These are the kinds of changes you often see in your husband. Is it generally more romantic, more helpful, and a softening. What really is beautiful is that over time he will soften to you, and there'll be a tenderness that will grow over time. This is probably my favorite part because it is such a privilege to be the only woman in the world to get that tenderness. Men have to armor up and be stoic and deal with threats from other men and in the world. And so for them to be gentle and tender with you, um, it's a very special offering that I enjoy so much. And I feel so wonderful when my clients report having that same experience with their husbands. So, to recap, you are going to see transformations in both of you, and you're going to get the confidence to do that long term. You're going to know how to deal with conflict. You're going to know how to prevent conflict. You're going to know how to communicate your desires. You're going to know how to speak vulnerably when there's something tricky to talk about. You're going to know how to end conflict and not let it spiral out of control. You're also going to understand men better, why they do what they do, and have more beneficial interpretations that are going to build your love and confidence instead of making you feel like this thing is, incompatible or impossible. And you're also going to learn how to tap into your own sensuality and sexuality and just sense of being a woman who loves being a woman and feels attractive regardless of what's going on in her life. And so those are some of the results you'll get from either working with me one-on-one or in my group containers. What about how it works? So one-on-one is what it sounds like. I meet with you one-on-one, usually on the phone, and we speak once a week or, 6 times total. And over those 6 times total, everything completely changes. It's only 6 meetings. And like I said, often around 4, you see a big change. And in those sessions, it's like one part coaching, one part therapy, one part like girl powwow, you know? It's like we laugh, we cry. I help you unravel all that ball of emotion that's inside you. So, you might come and I'll say, okay, what's going on for you today? And you'll say, we had this conflict and I felt this way and I didn't know how to handle it. And I'll help you pull down those layers into what's really going on below, what you really need, and then how to go out and ask for that, or how to create that, or how to meet that need. One of my wonderful clients said, you taught me how to know what I want and how to say what I want and how to get what I want. And I was like, sounds pretty good, right? That's how it goes. Instead of feeling helpless or kind of stuck in your marriage, you get this confidence of like, I know how to do this thing. I know the next step. So each week we'll talk. I make you notes. I provide you questions to answer, to go deeper. And you also have access to me through text and voice memo throughout the week. So this is a very VIP, like really hands-on experience. Whereas with a therapist, you might, not talk between calls. You can message me a lot between calls because this is a package. You buy all your sessions at once, and I've got you. I've got your back, and we're going to make it work. And I also have a guarantee that if you get to the end of your 6 weeks and you don't achieve what you needed and you need more support, I'm going to keep supporting you, because I can't. It hardly ever happens, but when it happens, it means that there's something a little bit more complicated going on, and you might need a longer duration of support and more time to process it, more time to pull things out. So that's the one-on-one container. If you're interested in that, message me and I'll just pop you a link where we can book a free consultation. The free consultation is a full 40 minutes of coaching. I will listen to your story. I will give you my coaching. I will diagnose your situation. You get a taste for how I work. It's totally free, no obligation. I hear stories a lot in this industry of people being kind of pushy and people feeling really hurt by that. And it kind of kills me to hear that, because that is not what I am about. And I know that's not what a lot of other coaches are about. But my main commitment is to serve you and to trust that you know what is best for you. So if you decide like, yes, let's do coaching, I'm going to sign up, I'll be like, awesome. If you're like, you know what, no, not the right time, not the right person, I'll be like, okay, awesome. It feels so ick to me to try to persuade you to do something that you're not ready for. So I just want you to really know that if you come to a consultation, there's no pressure or obligation. You don't have to feel bad about knowing if you can do it or not. That's the one-on-one option. The other option is my Happily Married Woman program, which is a distillation of everything that I teach my one-on-one clients into video modules and worksheets and a Facebook group where you can ask your questions. This is really powerful content that I know you cannot find very easily anywhere else. My one-on-one clients automatically get access as well to the video course. One of my one-on-one clients said to me that she wishes so badly that she had this course when she was younger. She feels like it's things that every woman should know. A lot of what you learn in the Happily Married Woman is how to embody your most beautiful, mature self, right? Because we all have a wounded child in us. And when she's running the show, things do not feel good. First of all, we are either lashing out or shutting down. We feel out of control. We feel unseen and unloved. We have all these extreme, challenging emotions. And when we attend to her, which you'll learn how to do when you work with me, she begins to feel safe, which means the radiant, loving, full-grown woman gets to show up and be in love with her husband and just glow, like really glow. Women occupy a niche which creates beauty and meaning and connection in their families and in this world. But it's really hard for us to do that when we're burnt out or when we're not tending to ourselves or when our inner child is really acting out on us. And so I love helping women turn all that mothering onto themselves, all that time and energy and thought that we put into other people and our husbands and our children, we put that on ourselves. So in my Happily Married Woman program, you get 4 different modules. I think there's 33 videos. There's lots of videos. You're going to learn how to put yourself first. So this is the worthiness aspect of being a woman. This is the self-prioritization. This is the unapologetic self-care. And then the second part, you'll learn about men and how to understand what motivates them, why they do what they do, and how to really honor and respect who they are and work through any levels of resentment or judgment or mistrust that you have towards them. And the third one is about communication, which is where we put that together, right? You bring your fully worthy, embodied self and you communicate with respect, and it transforms the whole dynamic. I teach you how to deal with big things, small things, casual things, so that your regular life becomes satisfying and lovely because of how you communicate with your husband. And then the final one is to be the lover, not the mother. And what that means is reclaiming your womanhood, your sensuality, your pleasure, your just delight in life, your playfulness. Motherhood, again, we can lose access to this, and this is our birthright, and it's something that is not taught to us and often sorely missing. So all those topics that are in the Happily Married Woman are things that emerge organically in the one-on-one conversation, which is more specific to the thing you're dealing with at that moment. If you are looking for an entry point that is, not as much of an investment, the Happily Married Woman is the best fit for you. You'll have time to work through it on your own and see what you need. And then if you decide, no, I need the one-on-one, I want more, the price of the Happily Married Woman will be deducted from your investment in the one-on-one. If you're like, you know what, I need this, I need the personal care and attention, a lot of what I do is provide a safe container for you to express all those emotions that are pent up and to mirror back to you your worthiness. If you're like, no, I need that personal care, that's really the important part for me and accountability in my transformation, then you might want to consider the one-on-one. In any case, reach out to me in Messenger or send me an email. There's a contact form on my website, which I will also link below. This work is so important to me, and I see the ripples it makes through families and husbands and children and relatives. And so I want to give you as much valuable content as I can here in the group and, on YouTube. And if you want to take it to the next level, I'm also available. All right. I really look forward to chatting with you. Please reach out if you have any questions at all. I just love hearing from you. Okay. Bye-bye.